Nobody plans to co-sleep. Most parents didn't set out to do it. The baby wouldn't settle. The bassinet felt too far away. It was 3 a.m., everyone was running on empty, and someone made a call that felt like the only call available. And then they kept doing it because it worked. Co-sleeping, sharing a sleep surface with your baby, is one of the most common parenting practices on the planet. In some countries, it's just what you do. In others, it's the kind of thing you mention quietly, like a confession rather than a choice. But millions of families do it every night, and the conversation most of them never had isn't about whether to do it. It's about how to do it without something going wrong. Because this is what the research actually shows. The danger of co-sleeping isn't co-sleeping. It's co-sleeping without knowing what you're doing. The specific conditions under which a baby shares a sleep surface matter more than most parents realize, and most of the parents already doing it have never seen the actual checklist. This is that checklist. Before we get into it, something needs to be said straight. There are situations where co-sleeping carries risk that no amount of preparation can change. Premature babies, babies under 4 months old. Parents who smoke, even outside, even not that day. Parents who have had alcohol or taken anything sedating. In these situations, a separate sleep surface isn't a preference or a style choice. It's the only safe option. A bedside bassinet pushed right up against your bed gives you most of the biological benefits of closeness without adding that risk. If any of those apply to you, that's the answer. For everyone else, here's what safe co-sleeping actually looks like. The surface. This is the one that matters most. A firm, flat mattress is safe. A sofa is not. An armchair is not. A waterbed is not. A pillow top with a thick, soft fill is not. The problem with those surfaces isn't softness in some vague general sense, it's that a baby's face can sink into them and they can't lift away. A firm, flat mattress takes that off the table. If you're going to share a sleep surface with your baby, this part isn't up for debate. The mattress also needs to sit tightly against the frame. No gaps between the mattress and the headboard, the wall, or anything else a baby could get wedged into. Babies move during sleep even before they can crawl, and a gap that looks too small to matter is large enough to trap a small head. The bedding. Your baby needs their own space within the shared surface. No shared pillows, no heavy adult duvets near the baby, no thick blankets in their sleep zone. Your baby goes in a sleep sack or a lightweight swaddle suited to the room temperature. Not under your covers. Adult bedding is built for adult bodies. Too heavy, too warm, moves around too freely for a baby who can't push it away from their face. A baby in a sleep sack with clear space around them and nothing loose near their head can manage their own airway and temperature. That's what you're going for. One firm pillow under your head, well away from where the baby sleeps, is fine. A pile of pillows isn't. Anything near the baby isn't. The position. If you're breastfeeding, there's a position that shows up consistently in the research as the safest for co-sleeping. It's called the cuddle curl. You lie on your side facing the baby. Your bottom arm goes above their head, not underneath them. Your knees come up slightly below their feet. That creates a natural protected space around the baby and makes it physically hard to roll toward them in sleep. It also keeps the baby at breast height, which means overnight feeding without either of you really waking up. If you're not breastfeeding, same idea. Baby on their back, center of the mattress or the side away from the edge, with a parent between them and any drop. Never between two adults, never between an adult and a wall, never right on the edge. Those positions create entrapment risk that nothing else you do will cancel out. The room. Keep it cool. Your baby already has your body as a heat source, and overheating is a genuine risk factor in infant sleep. Somewhere between 16 and 20 degrees Celsius is the range. If the room feels warm to you, it's probably too warm for them. No smoking in the home. The concern here isn't secondhand smoke the way most people think about it. It's about how smoking changes the depth of adult sleep and the arousal response. A parent who smokes sleeps differently during co-sleeping than one who doesn't. That difference affects the baby's safety in ways the data keeps flagging even when the mechanism isn't fully clear. As they get older, a 3-month-old and an 8-month-old are completely different co-sleeping situations. A baby who couldn't roll in March can roll in May, and once they can roll, they can move toward gaps, toward edges, toward adult bedding in ways that weren't possible before. Go back through the setup regularly. What worked last month might not be right this month. When they start pulling to stand, things shift again. The edge of the bed becomes something they can climb toward. The drop becomes a fall. A lot of families who co-slept safely through infancy move to a floor mattress or a low bedside setup at this point, keeping the closeness, removing the height. The conversation that actually needs to happen. If both parents are in the bed with the baby, both parents need to be part of this conversation. Not one person reading something at midnight and making a quiet decision. Both of you awake, agreeing on the mattress, the bedding, the position, who sleeps where. This isn't one person's responsibility. It belongs to whoever is in that bed. And if older siblings sometimes come in, be honest about what that means. An older child rolling onto a newborn in the night doesn't intend to cause harm, but the outcome doesn't depend on intention. If a baby is in the bed, siblings need their own setup, or the baby needs to move when siblings come in. The part most safety advice leaves out. Almost none of the official guidance gets to this. The biological case for why parents and babies sleep well together is real, and it's documented. James McKenna at Notre Dame has spent decades on this specifically. His research shows that when a mother and baby sleep close to each other, their sleep cycles start to align. The mother's presence regulates the baby's breathing, temperature, and arousal. Breastfeeding mothers and their babies show a physiological attunement during shared sleep that simply doesn't happen when they sleep separately. The babies wake more often, and that frequent waking, which sounds like the problem, is actually a sign the arousal response is doing what it's supposed to do. This video isn't telling you to co-sleep. It isn't telling you not to. It's giving you what most parents doing this every night have never actually been given. A safe co-sleeping setup doesn't happen by accident. It happens because someone sat down, went through the list, made real decisions, and chose to know rather than guess. Firm flat mattress, baby's own bedding, safe position, cool room, no smoking, nothing sedating, reassess as they grow. That's the list. You have it now.